to stop and go. I had to stay consistent. Made up my mind that no matter what, I gotta win. That's why it's always me.
U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Carolina Panthers and the Minnesota Vikings. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway.
Pulls it in at the 13.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll start on the ground with Moss. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Vikings.
Zach Moss, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are on the board first here this afternoon. Joey Sly on for the extra point.
He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The name Viking fans know, that's the brother of Dalvin, James Cook. Yeah, he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now, Jackson. This is Butler making the catch. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
On 2nd down, Cook. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Brian Asamoah working his way in to pick up the sack.
Even keeping the back end for extra protection on third down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
And here comes Berrios. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
At their own 18-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Goff now looking to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Trey Hendrickson in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
We're good. We're good.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play with one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. But he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. Now Goff.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked by Trayvon Mullen.
And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
That's about as exciting of a 1-yard run as you're going to see. Finding a way to dodge that first would-be tackler, but again, just 1 yard out of it.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there, holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there of 22. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. They'll run with Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
Real quick.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Again, it's Cook.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown.
James Cook.
His 11th touchdown of the year.
And the Panthers have taken the lead.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily to look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. The throw over the middle, taken in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
A handoff to Moss on the option. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 89 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now it's gone. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. The Vikings sit 8-4 now in the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt.
Sly able to put this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that.
The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
They go play action with Jackson. He'll buy some time right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to our 3rd and 3. Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Yannick Ngakoue
Drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down.
Tressway on 4th down is sent out to punt.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Now on 2nd and 13. Goff.
They'll run the screen with Moss.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Third and long. It's Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's third and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did. Yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. On the move to his left. Touchdown! A 24-yard touchdown as they have taken the lead.
Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
On 2nd and 11 now. Goff. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Quick strike out wide by Jackson. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? your two-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have one or two for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
Running for it, here's Cook, and he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. James Cook with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Panthers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. This defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Berrios now from his end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Now Moss hit, and the football pops free. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy does.
And he loses the football a second time. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time. Forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Again, it's Cook. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
61 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
No, we changed it.
And now Jackson will look to throw it.
That one complete down the field to Smith.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's good for 28 yards.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Throwing is Jackson. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great play there. With touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game.
And the Panthers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
The kick is good.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Moss.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
They'll go up the middle here with Moss.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Moss has to give up the middle.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. To throw is Goff.
He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert, and he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling him back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort turned it into a successful play.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
On 1st and 10, Goff. Open man is Uzomah.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
From the 24, Goff.
And this one almost intercepted.
Far too loose with the football. Nearly a fourth pick of the ball game. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. Goff. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Frank Clark coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
Joey Sly on for the field goal. 49
Sly able to put this one through, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Jackson to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Take over first and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. On 1st down, it's gone. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Goff now to throw. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Zach Moss with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept him at the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
And he's going to get in for the 2 points, and that'll make this a 10-point game. And a little quarterback draw option works to perfection for him.
Yeah, it's hard to account for the quarterback in most situations on defense, and that's why the quarterback draw is so successful. Everyone else covered, makes a little fake, runs into the end zone.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Well, and I saw the pressure coming out. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll run out of the gun with Moss. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. A bit of extra pressure now for this one on Joey Slye. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense. And this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
And this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Here's Goff. And that's caught inside the 35.
And he's going to move down just inside the 45.
I'm not sure how this drive's going to end. How about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll run on 1st down with Moss. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 134 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Goff. Touchdown, Vikings. C.J. Uzomah, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Important extra point up and through, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
Throwing, Jackson. That's complete. It's Cook.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so. But it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
Now Jackson.
Trying to lay one up deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made, in my estimation.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away.
Here's Berrios.
A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Frank Clark picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Goff now to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for him.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
Now Goff. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
They're going to run for it. It's Moss. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll go again here with Moss. Down at the 35. It'll be second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And with that, they're down to one remaining here in this second half.
52-yard attempt.
And this one is right down the middle. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year. But he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. One last shot for Jackson. He's going to let it fly. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Vikings are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense